Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you a video on how to replace the Garmin Edge 810 rear cover. Now as you can see, the buttons on my Garmin Edge has been damaged for quite some time. I tried to repair and doesn't work very well. So I've purchased a third-party rear cover from AliExpress, and when the package arrived, it looks legit. Everything seems original. So now I'm going to be doing the replacement of the rear cover. First of all, what you need to do is to remove the 6 screws on the back cover of your Garmin Edge 810. So very simple. All the tools are provided together with the third-party rear cover that I purchased from AliExpress, so it makes the job so much easier. So right after that, use the blue color tool to remove the front cover of your Garmin Edge 810. So be very careful, because the moment you remove the cover, there is a electronics connector that connects the circuit board with the front cover. So you remove the top part and slowly peel it off, and then all you need to do is to use the tools provided to pull the connector, or to remove the connector away from the circuit board. So it's very simple. You just need a little bit of force, and once you flick it, and it will just remove easily. Alright, so it's very simple. Now be very careful not to touch on the screen, because you don't want to be seeing your own thumbprint when you're cycling. So the next thing is to remove the 2 more screws that is inside of the circuit board. Easily removed by using the same screwdriver. And once it's done, the next thing you need is a pin, a normal wardrobe pin, to remove the red color rubber ring. So this red color rubber ring is one of the most important item, because it prevents water from going into your Edge 810. And once it's out, you need to remove the green color circuit board. So just use the pin to remove it. And it seems a little bit tight, because there's actually a glue that is attached together with the rear cover. So all you need to do is to slowly peel it out and put a little bit of force, and you'll be off easily. So once it's done, place it on a very secured place, so that you don't drop it somewhere. And also be very careful not to touch on the LCD. So if you compare the two rear cover, it looks identical. The only difference is the color of the circuit board. The original one is black in color, and the third party one is in green color. So remove the battery, and again be careful of the connector. So use a flat screwdriver to remove the connector. A little bit of force, and it will just be removed easily. So if you compare the internal parts of the rear cover, it looks identical. The speakers looks the same as well. So once it's done, it's time to put in the battery. So again, the battery connector is easily fixed. So all you need to do is to place the white color connector onto the board from the top, and then just put a little bit of force. It will just lock in easily, and then make sure that the battery is tight. The glue that comes together with the original Edge still works fine, so no worries. And then you put in the circuit board. Yeah, it just snugs in perfectly. And then once it's in, put in the 2 screws, and your Garmin Edge will turn on automatically. So this is very normal. So what you need to do is to try on the buttons to see whether it works or not. So in my case, it works perfectly. So happy days. And next thing that you got to put in is the red color rubber ring, and I chose to use back the old rubber ring, because I have more confidence, because I knew that it's 100% original. The third party ring, it feels the same, it looks the same, but I think I would prefer the original ones. Now when you put in the rubber ring, be very careful, because you can see there's a groove on one side of the rubber ring that is supposed to be on the bottom of the Garmin Edge 810. So once you place it correctly, use a flat screwdriver to push all the ring into the socket. So once the rubber ring is all in the socket, then you have to move on to the next step, which is to install back the front cover. Now this is the hardest part, because the electronic connector is not long enough for us to actually work on easily. So with a little bit of practice, I'm sure at the end it will fit in nicely. So use a flat screwdriver to push it in, make sure it's snug and it's not loose. Alright, so once it's in, yeah, place your cover in correctly. Make sure all the edges is perfectly fit, so you don't want to have a surface that that caught the rubbering in between. So once it's out, once it's done, then you place in all the 6 screws easily, and then you try to press on the button to see whether it works or not. So as you can see, everything works perfectly. It turns on, and once it's on, give it a try. Touch on the flat screen whether it works or not. So give it a try, press on all the functions to see whether it's okay. So in my case, everything is fine, right? You can see that press on the settings, on the right button, everything is cool. And the next thing is give it a try on the power button to see whether it works perfectly like original. So in my case, everything works perfect and it's good. So happy days. Give it a try, guys, and see how it works for you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.